How's it going, everybody? I've had this project in mind, podcast. I've been working on it for quite a bit of time now. But I came across this last weekend, and with the new year coming and everything, it motivated me to do this and go ahead and get started. Right, commit now, figure out later. So let me just provide this verse to you. Proverbs 6:2. You are snared with the words of your mouth, right? What that means to me is that whatever you say, right? Whatever you say, if it's negative, you're bringing that upon yourself, right? A snare is a trap. That's what a snare is. I don't know if you guys ever seen, if you're big hunters or not, but people put snares on fences. When hogs come by it, they'll walk through that snare. It's a loop, and that snare, as the hog comes by, it'll grasp onto his feet, and they won't let it go, and it gets trapped. So like the proverb says, is you are snared by the words of your mouth. The project I have in mind is called You Can Too. And this is a vision I've been having. For the longest, I wanted to start this podcast. And one day, as I was talking to one of my buddies, we talked about EBAP. I don't know if a lot of people don't understand what that means. It means don't be a pussy. And he said, man, if you ponder about it, you'll get the answer. You're the universe, God, you'll have an answer to what you need. What do you want to call it? And I came up with You Can Too. And the reason why You Can Too is a lot of people have this, I wouldn't say negative connotation or they're scared, but there's a scary feeling when it comes to trying to approach somebody that you look up to, and that you see guidance. They might be a little intimidating, but the You Can Too, to me, what it means and what I want it to become for everybody else is a platform where instead of being negative, we're able to be positive and speak positivity into our lives by listening and observing. Here come my kids. By listening and observing people who speak positive, are positive, have ran into issues and also stay positive, right? Because being an entrepreneur is hard. I think 90% of the time there's a lot of problems you got to fix. There's big problems depending. The more money that's involved, the bigger the problems there are. At the end of the day, You Can Too is going to be here so that we could help you shift your mind and get away from those snares that come out of your mouth, right? To shift your mind and allow you to fulfill Proverbs 6:2 in the positive way, to where you become that confident individual that says in the morning, my goal is to have a business and to be financially free. And with my willpower and with the people that I have seen on the You Can Too platform and the motivation they have provided and the insight they provided, you're able to fulfill what you put yourself to. And everything starts with what you speak in the morning. Manifestation it's a big thing. It changes your habits little by little, but the biggest thing is what comes out of your mouth needs to be positive and not negative. And that's my end goal with You Can Too, to bring bright ideology, great ideology, positive vibes, and bring people that I've looked up to and that everybody looks up to, bring them in and help people change their words in the morning from negative to positive, right? Like one of the mentors that I look up to said to me not too long ago, we were driving to an airport, and he said, man, we're about an hour early. We're flying private, and he said, we're about an hour early. And I said, yes, sir, we are. Sorry. He said, it's really easy to be negative and complain about not sleeping an extra 30, 45 minutes. But the positive aspect of this is we got to see a beautiful full moon setting and a beautiful sun coming up at the same time. So it's real easy to be negative, but it's a little bit harder to be positive. But if you keep that in mind, Proverbs 6:2, don't be snared by the words out of your mouth. So in the morning when you wake up, thank God and understand that anybody can and you can too, right? That is the name of this. This is what the project is. And I hope people enjoy it. I hope I'm able to impact and change people's lives by just placing a little grain of salt in their mind and changing those words that come out of their mouth, and hopefully create them positive and turn into something great in their lives.